Futuristic business leaders, there are a number of them. I have spoken about Reed Hastings at Netflix and his ability to transform from the video cassette to the DVD and then to downloading movies over the internet. I think that's a wonderful example of jumping the curve. Intel is another company that is extraordinary at jumping the curve. And if you think about the semiconductor industry, and again, Texas Instruments, Lehigh Valley is another wonderful example. That industry understands they have to make their technology twice as good at half the price, roughly every 18 to 24 months. And they've been living by that motto for the last 40 years, and they understand they're going to have to continue to do it in the near future. So I encourage all entrepreneurs, if you want to understand how to continually jump the curve and get ahead of emerging technologies, is study the semiconductor industry, because they have lived what all of us are going to be living in the future. Another example of an individual who has jumped the curve and really understands the power of exponential growth is a fellow by the name of Craig Venter. And 10 years ago, he's the individual largely responsible for sequencing the human genome. And this is interesting. 15 years ago, most people were saying, oh, it's going to take billions of dollars to sequence the genome. And here's the mistake many people make. Using technology of 1995, it would have cost billions of dollars. What he understood is that the gene sequencing technology was getting better, faster, and cheaper, and that as that happened, we would be able to sequence more and more genes at an ever cheaper price. And so the price has dropped from, just in the last 4 years, from $70 million per person to sequence my genome, for example. Not very practical. 2009, $1 million. 2010, $60,000. Still not very practical. This year, $10,000. Next year, $1,000. It's only going to get better, faster, and cheaper. And what the entrepreneurs have to appreciate is the extraordinary opportunities in other fields that are going to happen once we can sequence my genome, your genome, for less than $100. New businesses, new business models, new opportunities to treat people with better preventative health care are all on the horizon.